Many historians consider the end of the Mayan classic period to be the end of the Mayan civilization. My video will include the end of the classic civilization, the post-classic civilization, and the end of the post. The Mayan downfall began in the city of Cancun when invaders randomly attacked the city. No one knows why they attacked, but they killed all the nobles and poisoned the water to kill off survivors. The cities of Tikal and Kalakumul, however, had very different problems. They both had a low supply of water, and they had a huge war over water that left them both crippled. There were other problems in other parts of the Mayan territory. Droughts, epidemics, and corrupt leaders were among these problems. These problems led the Mayans to believe that their cities were cursed by the gods, and many of them moved out back to rural areas. The city of Chichen Itza was attacked by Toltec warriors. The picture below shows Toltec influence because Mayans did not use columns. Chichen Itza grew to be the capital of post-classic Maya. The Mayans were crippled by the onslaught of problems at the end of the classic period. Because Mayans left the major cities, the cities themselves were also crippled. Some Mayans who had left the cities found the rural areas too hard to live in, as they were not accustomed to it. Slowly, many Mayans started to trickle back into the cities. Cities in the Yucatan Peninsula, such as Chichen Itza or Mayapan, were among the boldest cities of the post-classic period. They built pyramids and other monuments from the classic period, but they still weren't as great as they were in the classic period. Just as the Mayans were beginning to reshape, a new problem emerged, and it sailed under the Spanish flag. During the time Hernan Cortés conquered the Aztecs, other Spanish conquistadors were attempting to conquer the Mayans. Spanish conquistador Francisco Ferdinand de Cordoba arrived in the Yucatan Peninsula in 1517. He wanted to make the Mayans slaves, but the Mayans defeated him and his men. Even though he died, he didn't leave without giving the Mayans a little thank you present, the smallpox disease, which killed thousands of Mayans. Spanish conquistador Francisco de Montejo got permission to attack the Yucatan Peninsula. He failed and was forced to flee. His son, also named Francisco de Montejo, tried again, but he was also forced to flee. His attempt was slightly better as he took the city of Chichen Itza. He tried again, this time with more troops, and the Mayan highlands fell before 1530. The northern Mayan lowlands were conquered by Pedro Alvaro in the 1540s. The southern Mayan lowlands survived more than half a century longer than the northern Mayan lowlands had when Spanish conquistadors made the king surrender in 1697. Bishop Diego de Landa was outraged at the Mayans' belief in the gods. He ordered all Mayan literature to be destroyed. Fortunately, the Mayans had learned Spanish and copied 4 Mayan books down in Spanish. Diego de Landa had almost wiped out an entire civilization's literature. And that was the sad story of the Mayan downfall.